Hey guys, really excited to be interviewing Chris Burfield here. Van Burf Media dude. This guy is crushing it, helping chiropractors become more successful, living outside their four walls, getting people into offices, and really ramping up the chiropractor philosophy as a non-chiropractor and helping chiropractors become more successful. I know you do so much out there, man. Let's just talk a little bit about Van Burf Media and the propaganda marketing machine and how your experience has been out here at Chirofest.
Yeah, well, first of all, this is my first Chirofest ever, so I'm a Chirofest virgin, and I've known Dr. Paul for years, and recently saw him at Life Vision, and he was like, "Dude, you've got to come out to Chirofest." So I was like, "All right, man, I'll be there." So it's been a great experience. It's so awesome. You get to see so many faces on social media, on Facebook, people that you're friends with, but then you never actually have met them face to face. And it's been really, just awesome seeing, the Alex Vidans, the Mike Reeds, the Matt Loops and stuff like that. And I was just talking to Dr. Pete Camiolo, and he was saying, isn't it amazing how, because I know Pete from Facebook, but we just met for the first time today.
Same as you and me.
Yeah, that's right. We've never actually met either. Yeah,
I feel like I've known you forever.
That's such a great point. And, well, that's the thing. And with social media, you can actually build relationships with people without ever actually meeting them face to face. So the people that are out there in your community, when you are marketing your practice on Facebook and you're doing it the right way, you're actually building relationships with the people in your community so that when they do come into your office, they're like, "Oh my gosh, Doc, I feel like I know you. I've been seeing your content for 3 years, like the stuff on Facebook, and I finally pulled the trigger, and we hear stories like that from clients that we work with, and it's just it's powerful. But this has been a great weekend. Dan Sullivan just kind of finished up there. I think there's a couple other people after him, but he's one of the last ones speaking today, and he got the room all fired up. So shout out to my boy Dan.
Yeah, and I know that it's my second Chirofest, and the first one I came out here, Paul was so gracious enough to let me come out here and interview the attendees. He let me interview the speakers for Chiropractic the documentary. So,
Cool.
Paul really opened a huge door for me. He was the first funder for me for Chiropractic the documentary.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah,
I
saw him speak at an Epoch in Colorado, and I ran up there like just like a little puppy. He was like, "Hey man, dude, I loved your talk." And me being a non-chiropractor, going to like Epoch groups, it was really special for me because I got a chance to get to know some of these legendary chiropractors that go around and give their time to talk to groups of other chiropractors about how to become more successful. So I ran up there to Paul, and they give a nominal fee to people to go and speak at these
Right.
epochs, and he gave me that full check, and he's like, "Here, man, put this towards production."
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's all. Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. My mom. So my mother has been getting. Hey, shout out to you, Terry. So she's probably watching this. But my mom, she's been getting adjusted as long as I have. So I've been in the chiropractic profession for 20 years. I'm not a DC. But I started off as a chiropractic assistant, and then co-owned a practice for 7 years, and then now I do marketing for chiropractors. But my mother has been along with me on this journey as far as getting adjusted every week for 20 years. And one of the things that she said, that she told me, she said, every chiropractic office that I've been, because my mom and dad have moved around a little bit because my dad is a Methodist minister, so they get assigned to different churches and stuff. So she's lived in 4 or 5 different towns over the last 20 years, and she goes, every office I go into, chiropractors are just the most loving, most giving, most upbeat, positive people like that I, as far as at least in the healthcare profession, that I come across. Not like your medical doctor's office where everything is like negative and you walk in there and you just want to get the hell out, and everything. But when you go to a chiropractic office, it's like you want to stay. It's just like it's energy, it's life.
And let's tell people a little bit about what you're doing marketing strategy wise. And I know you wanted to touch on a Facebook post I made the other day and talk a little bit about that.
Yes, yeah, it was a very interesting post. So Jim made a post the other day, and it said, hey docs, like, how much money do you spend a month on Facebook ads? And there was a bunch of people that came in and commented on it, and I saw a few that were like nothing, zero, zilch, and I was like, wow, like they don't spend anything. And then one guy asked the question back. He said, why would you feel the need to spend money on Facebook ads? Does your retention suck? Implying that like the retention is so bad that you need new patients, therefore you have to advertise. And apparently he has a practice that from just implying he has good retention. But here was my response back to that. It's like, okay, you know what? That's great. If you've got a retention practice and you don't need new patients, it doesn't mean that you don't market, and not for the sake of bringing new patients in, but for the sake of getting the chiropractic message out. All the attention right now is on Facebook. Like, I mean, you can drive down the road and look over in the car next to you and somebody's surfing Facebook as they're driving down the road. You know, you're watching your favorite shows on TV, and I guarantee if you look at your family members tonight, you're going to see the show on TV, or we're watching a movie, but you see people scrolling Facebook. That's just where the attention is. So my point is that at a bare minimum, every chiropractor on the planet, so let's say we've got 70,000 chiropractors. I don't know the official number, but let's say there's 70,000 chiropractors. At the bare minimum, everybody should be spending at least $10 a day, $300 a month on ads that aren't designed to necessarily just drive new patients in the door, but to educate the community about what you do as a chiropractor and what chiropractic really is, where health and healing come from, above, down, inside out. So by putting that message, if you run an ad to it in the news feed, for $10 a day, if you run it as a video view ad, you can get 30,000 people per month watching that video. And it may be, maybe you're showing them, hey, you know, if you've got a kid, it's back to school time, let me show you the proper way to wear a backpack, you know, because like lots of kids are wearing it like this, or like, you know, the one shoulder thing. And you demonstrate to them like what poor posture is, and then show them what a proper backpack posture would be, and then talk about how that affects the spine and nervous system and how that can lead to other detrimental health problems later on down the road, you know. So, and just putting those community service type of content out, we begin to, you know, open up chiropractic more to the masses and get people to say, hey, wait a minute, I didn't know chiropractic did that. And then next thing you know, and so at the end of the day, I don't care if you've got a successful practice and you don't need more new patients, or you need a ton of new patients, you should be advertising on Facebook. If 70,000 chiropractors did that at $300 a month, right, and were able to reach 30,000 people, I did the calculations on Jim's post. It comes out to 210 million people a month that we could reach with the message, and that equates to like 2.5 billion people over the course of the next year.
Holy smokes. So I know you just dropped a real gem to people. What can people do to leverage Facebook, and how can you help them? Yeah, so here's what I would do with it. So Facebook, and this might be it's going to be a little bit advanced for people, and this is one of the reasons why you hire somebody like me. But I do what I call them propaganda marketing machine campaigns, right? So, and what we do is we basically we take a specific condition that you want to help. So let's say it's somebody with, let's say it's just migraine headaches. What you do is you make 3 content videos demonstrating to people, or showing them, so giving them tips and advice on what they can do to help get relief from those migraines without actually coming into your office. So for example, one video may be you showing a proper sleeping position, and get a model, get somebody in your practice to like your CA, or maybe your wife or your husband. And what you would do is have them lay on the table, puff the pillow up so it shows like where the neck is bent, and how people sleep like that at night, and how they get their body contorted, and then show them and talk about how stress on the cervical spine can lead to, or it causes interference with the nervous system, the spinal cord. It causes, you know, tension and stress to the vertebral arteries, and how that can trigger a migraine. And then you do another video where maybe you just show them some different pressure points that they can do the next time they feel a migraine coming on. Your third video might be something like maybe showing them like stretching techniques for the neck or something of that sort. And then here's what you do. You run those as a video view campaign, right? So you go into your Facebook ads, say I want to run these. There's a little option in there for video views. You upload the video, you run it, and then you build a custom audience out of it. And the custom audience is this. You tell Facebook, anybody that watches at least 50% of this video or more, put those people in a custom audience. Now, the big mistake a lot of chiropractors and business owners in general make is that they do a video and they say, oh, wow, look, this video got 10,000 views.
not realizing that 9,500 of them were 3-second views. So Facebook counts a view as any video that's been watched for 3 seconds. That's not our audience. So what we do is we tell Facebook, hey, we've got a 2-minute video. If somebody watches at least a minute of that, which is an enormous amount of time on Facebook, right, to watch a video, we know that that person probably has migraine headaches. Because they're not going to, if they don't have migraines, they're not going to watch a video on migraines for a minute. So once we get Facebook to put them in a custom audience, then we begin retargeting those people with additional value and content, again, building relationship, but also making an offer to them to come into the office for an appointment. And the days of marketing to a cold audience and actually getting them to respond are running thin. I mean, there's still some people that get results doing that, but what we're finding with the clients that we have and what I'm seeing across the board talking to other agencies is that warming an audience up first and providing value and genuinely trying to help them with their problem by giving them advice on what they can do, then retargeting them with an offer to come in, way, way, way more effective.
So how effective are these, and what are you seeing happen in some of the offices that you help?
Yeah, so it ranges from market to market. But running this type of campaign, we're seeing anywhere from 10 up to 25 new patients a month coming in from these condition-specific type of campaigns. So, but again, it ranges from market to market. Like New Jersey's a pretty tough market, but we're still able to get results there, but not like we did in the doc with 25 that was in Colorado. So,
and so there you have it, guys. Like, Chris is doing so much footwork for you. You're establishing some protocols. You're establishing, consistent paradigms for people to step right into and to start getting results with your system. Right. Now, how do people branch out and get your assistance?
Yeah, so here's what I would do first. Get to know me first a little bit more. I don't want to pitch you and just say, hey, come sign me up, or sign me up with your program. Here's what I'd like you to do. I've got a Facebook page, and I have a private group that I would like to invite you to. The Facebook page is just Van Burf Media. It's VANBURF Media. So go to Van Burf Media, like the page, turn on notifications, because every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, we air a show called Propaganda Marketing Machine, where I actually teach you how to market your practice. And these are things that you can actually go and do all on your own without ever hiring me. So go there and just watch some of those videos. The private group, it's a closed group. I think we got about 210 members in there right now. If you search Propaganda Marketing Machine, you can request access to the group, and I'll give you access. And I put additional content in there that's kind of like my inner circle type of content, so it's not just out there for the masses. Some really cool stuff. So, but yeah, so I would start with that, and if you like what you see, then just message me through Facebook. I mean, we're friends, right?
And that's just it, is relationship branding, relationship marketing, and meeting people like you. I mean, I feel like I've known you for some time now, and we've never really met each other in person until this weekend. So if you guys start building relationships with people on the social media platforms, the sky's the limit, guys. And just stay current with what you're doing. Stay ahead of the trend and stay ahead of the curve, and don't wait for the trend to change, because obviously Facebook changes every day, right?
Yes, it does, man. It really does. And it's like you got to be on your toes, because the platform is it's constantly evolving.
And with that being said, bro, thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. And we're going to sign off tonight at Chirofest 2017. I got one more in the pipeline, Dr. Paul Reed. He just closed out the event. So Chris Burfield is the man. He helps so many chiropractors get more certainty in their marketing programs. So reach out to Van Burf Media. Reach out to the Propaganda Marketing Machine maestro here. And look forward to helping all of you guys with his systems, or with my systems, or whoever is helping grow chiropractic that has integrity behind their message and what they're doing. If you guys want to find more people with integrity, private message us. If we don't have the bandwidth to help you, we'll sure get you hooked up with somebody that has the resources to get you going.
That's right. Awesome.
So, good night from Chirofest 2017.
ADI